Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna do something a little bit different. Just before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you to all my subscribers so far who's been following me. And my last video, I had over 100 views, so thank you for that too. Just don't forget to subscribe and hit that subscribe button, please. So today we have a special guest. Can you introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Xe'na. I'm Stefania's friend.
Yeah, so today we're gonna do a mukbang from Chick-fil-a. Listen, if you don't love Chick-fil-a, you're missing out, okay? It's gonna be basically us talking about our nursing school experience. And yeah, so let's get started. So I'll just start by saying like what I got, and then you can say what you got.
Okay.
All right, so I got a sweet tea, and so I got the spicy Chick-fil-a sandwich meal.
Spicy deluxe or something?
Yeah, spicy deluxe, that's what you call it. And the mac and cheese. The mac and cheese is bomb. Yeah, that's what I got with Chick-fil-A sauce. Yep.
So I got an Arnold Palmer. It's like half sweet tea, half lemonade. I also got some French fries. I got grilled nugget, 8 count. And I also got this grilled chicken wrap. You know, trying to stay healthy.
That looks good.
Thank you. Let me show them.
That looks so good. Oh my gosh, I've never tried their wrap.
Me neither. First time for everything. So yeah, what's our first question? I'll ask you first. Which semester are you in?
She's trying to be funny, but I'm not in a semester anymore. I completed nursing school about, 2 weeks ago now? So yeah, which semester are you in?
I'm in my third semester, my third trimester.
Nice.
I'm
So
nervous.
she's halfway through.
Halfway there. What inspired you to be a nurse? You're supposed to be asking me these questions.
I know. That's what we have to discuss.
So what inspired you to be a nurse?
Do you want to go first since I went first on the last question? What happened?
I
Is
got
that not
some
it?
grilled nuggets.
Ooh.
It's okay. I'm gonna eat them regardless.
Yeah, those are still good.
Fried though. That means I gotta do actual work in the gym tomorrow.
Oh yeah, we've been working out and we've been doing pretty good.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah. We have one cheat day a week.
yes, and today is our cheat day.
Yes.
Oh, I'm so happy. Yeah, so do you want to start with
What
answering
inspired
that
me to
question?
be a nurse?
Yeah.
It's a little personal story. I'm just gonna give you like the background of it. So, my grandma was diagnosed with breast cancer a couple of years ago, and just being able to like support her and like help take care of her while she was getting her treatments, and just to be in the hospital with her by her side, really, like as the nurses were taking care of her, like I really saw like myself looking in the mirror, like I was like, that's what I want to do for other people's families, like how comfortable they made me feel and how they made her feel. That's how I want to like do to other people's family and make them feel. So that's why I want to be a nurse.
Oh, that's awesome.
Thank you. And
That's
she
really
beat it.
good. Aw. Woo. Mine is a little different, honestly. Like, I kind of got into nursing because of my mom, because my mom is a nurse, and like, my parents just wanted me to do something that, after 4 years, I'll get a job. Like, I wouldn't be under their responsibility. And so I was kind of thrown into like nursing, but I've grown to love it. Like when I started working as a tech and then being able to do clinicals and seeing how it is to care for people and seeing how people react to that, like that made me feel good. So it's definitely a good feeling when you see that you're caring for someone and you're seeing the impact that you've made, you know? So
It's a blessing.
yeah, it is a blessing and it's an inspiration for sure. Yeah.
What type of nurse is your mom?
My mom, she works with geriatrics.
Nice.
Yeah.
I don't think I could do it.
Yeah, me neither. I don't have the patience for old people. I want to be a peds nurse. Hopefully, like down the line, I go into NICU. But what kind of nurse do you want to be?
I want to be a mental health nurse. The class is hard. The mental health class is so hard, but you can get through it. Like, it's worth it. Trust me.
I don't know how.
I love it. I love it.
The fact that she still wants to be a mental health nurse after the class is just like,
I know.
yeah,
Crazy, right?
that's crazy.
That's why I want to be a mental health nurse. I'm crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. You can ask the next one.
Okay. What is your experience like in nursing school so far? Or what was your experience for me?
Truthfully, like, it hasn't been as hard as a lot of people have said it to be. Like, you just have to really apply yourself. Like, you have to know what techniques work for you. Like, I don't want to say it's been a breeze, but it's not been as hard as people said it to be. And although I'm early in my third trimester, you know, I'm still had some pretty hard classes. But it's really, like, if you find the right group of people to study with, the right friends that motivate you, you know, it makes it so much easier. Like, you just stay on top of your work, stay on top of your studying. Truthfully, I'm having fun in nursing school. Like, I haven't had no breakdowns, no tears, no nothing yet. Wink, wink.
You won't. You know, by the grace of God, you won't.
Yeah, I'm praying. But, like, it's been fun, you know?
That's good.
Yeah, sometimes I had a little scared, you know, my grade's sitting at an 80, but you're just like, oh, I gotta pass this class.
Right.
I make it through. But it's fun.
Yeah, I agree with you. Like, it's what you make out of it.
Exactly.
You know, so if you work hard and you, like, show that, the amount of work you put in will show in your grades. So, like, I know for Xe'na, she puts in the work. She is more motivated than I was. No, seriously. And I tell her that all the time. Like, when I was in nursing school, I was motivated, but it didn't hit me until after my first semester.
Really?
You know, yeah.
It was like in the school?
Yeah, that it was like
in nursing school?
Because the first semester I was just so happy that like I was in, right. I wasn't so focused in on studying.
Really?
Yeah, which sounds very weird because you would think, oh, you know, I'm in nursing school, I need to get my stuff together. But I didn't really like get serious about nursing school until after my first semester. And that's when I was like, all right, I really need to put in the work and I'm gonna see the results. I would say the best thing about nursing school would be the people that I experience it with. So
the friends you make.
Exactly, the friends you make. So your study buddies.
Mm-hmm.
Because the people you meet in nursing school, they're gonna be like
friends for life.
Yeah, because you go through everything. Yeah, if you meet the right people, like, because you guys are gonna go through exam failures together, studying together.
Yep.
And yeah, so.
And I'll say another thing is, like, don't be afraid to fail anything in nursing school, because it teaches you a very valuable lesson. Like me, the first time I failed one of my nursing exams, the feeling that I had, it was just like, I never want to feel this again. And I've never failed again an exam since then, because like that was my lesson learned. You know, I'm not gonna make that same mistake again.
Right.
One major thing that I enjoy being in nursing school so far is like the clinicals, like being able to like meet the patients and just be like, wow, like this is how I'm gonna be when I'm an actual nurse. Like, you know, like this is me, like this is who I am, like this is.
Yeah, you get to see,
like,
right. Yeah. That's what I think that's what pushed me through nursing school, was just that clinical experience, because lecture is hard within itself, and it's not going to inspire you when you're just in class listening to lectures, taking exams. You get more inspired when you actually get to do clinicals and you see what your role is going to be, what you're actually going to school for. So yeah, I would say like that highlighted my nursing experience as well, like clinicals. And yeah, I don't know, but it's just how you take it. That's your experience reflects on how your attitude is towards nursing school. So go in with a positive attitude, saying that I can do this, I will do this, and you will, you know? So, yeah.
So the next question is, how have your study methods changed? Like from the first semester of nursing school to you like now finishing? Like how has your study habits changed throughout the semester?
I had a different study method for every semester. There were some classes in a semester that I couldn't study the same for.
Oh no.
Yeah, so health assessment and foundations, I had to use a different study method because teachers teach differently. And some teachers you can count on their PowerPoint, the resources that they give you. And other teachers is like, oh, I'm going to have to teach myself. I'm going to have to focus on the charts in the book, or I'm going to have to focus on key points. Whereas it's just different. I've had to change my study methods every semester until I found something that worked.
I was going to say that.
Yeah, so like after an exam, if what I did worked, I'm going to keep that study method. If it didn't work, well, I got to find something else. And like talking to other people too, if let's say after my second exam I still didn't know how to study, then I started reaching out to other people and say, hey, you know, how did you study for this exam? What methods did you use? Then I start using other people's methods. So that's how I made it through. What about you?
True, like piggybacking off what you said, like every class I study differently for every class, like starting from the beginning up until now. And like I know what works for me, but if it's certain class, it might not work how it worked in the previous class, you know. So what I usually do is I write word for word everything from the PowerPoints, and I write it like in my notebook, lay it out nice, like highlighting and stuff like that. And I write it before class, so when I go to class, I just listen and I'll write down little key points or key phrases that the teacher would say. And also, truthfully, I hardly ever read the textbook. I know that's bad, but I hardly ever read the textbook. The only class I read the textbook for was mental health. And because it's the only textbook that really like, everything was laid out so perfectly and so nice, like, you know. So definitely like my study habits have changed from starting it to now. I put more effort and work into my notes and studying and the hours that I do study.
So would you say like you're a visual learner, or
yeah,
like
most definitely visual.
you're visual?
Yeah.
Like for me, like you, I have to write stuff down. So if I'm listening to lecture, because I didn't actually take notes before I went to class, and that like killed me sometimes, because going into class knowing what they're gonna go over,
it's like
reiterating. Exactly. So then you capture the information better. So it's always good to go into class prepared, and then I would say that's a really good method. For me, I would take notes on what the professor would say in class, and then we have the opportunity to always go back and listen to our lectures. So I would do that a lot, is depending on the professor. If the professor has a good lecture, then I'm going to go back and listen to it. But if not, then I'm not going to waste my time doing that.
Some professors, they don't really lecture. They'll just read straight from the PowerPoint or straight from the book. I'm just like, I did that at home. Right?
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah, and like I usually, reading for me, I would use their PowerPoint as a guide for my readings. So if they covered that subject on their PowerPoint, I would go in the book and elaborate more on the subject they had on their PowerPoint, you know? Because if it's on their PowerPoint, or if it's on a piece of paper or something that they give you, then it's important. Then you should probably look it over it and, you know that topic front to back. So, definitely.
What are some things you wish you knew before starting nursing school? That's a good one. I know for me, like, I've never really had like a bad experience in nursing school, so it's not really anything that I wish I knew. One thing I do say is that, like, a lot of times I don't like to ask other people's experiences, because sometimes it's negative experiences, and then that would just discourage me from wanting to go into the class and like doing my best. Because if someone's like, oh girl, that teacher, she doesn't teach, or she's a bad blah 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 or whatever, and it would make me feel like, oh man, so now I'm gonna do better this semester or this class because this teacher, because someone said this about this teacher, and it's gonna like make me picture them that way. So I'll just say go in with an open mind. Every class that you go in, you can get advice from your friends who's took the class before, but always have an open mind going into each class.
Yeah, because everyone's learning experience is different.
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like nursing school to me was kind of sugar coated.
Really?
Yeah. People never realistically told me that, yeah, girl, you're gonna have to put in a lot of effort in nursing school. Like, you're gonna have to really study. Because, prerequisites, like, you can get.
Yeah, there's a 4.0.
Yeah, you can get a 4.0 easily from prerequisites, And the amount of time and work you put in for a prerequisite is totally different than nursing school. So I just wish that someone would just tell me, like, or I had a guidance to, all right, you're going into nursing school, make sure you don't allow a lot of distractions, like work, like don't be picking up extra shifts while you're in nursing school. Just being good at time management, because you need to have that good time management and focus when you get into nursing school. I'm not trying to scare anyone, it's just that if you want something, you have to be willing to put in the work for it. And
Yeah,
so,
like going over what you said about time management, like
mhm.
she always comes to me like, Xe'na, I don't know how you have the time in the day to watch TV shows or to do this or do that, but it's just like, truthfully, like if you schedule your days accordingly and stick to that schedule, like sometimes I feel like I have all the time in the world. Like, like I never cram for exams, I never cram to any homework, assignments, or anything like that, because I do my stuff like a week before it's due. And then I'm chilling that whole other week. So it's just like, make sure you schedule your time. Like, I think time management is the most important thing in nursing school.
I praise God every day for me getting through nursing school. Not that I was a procrastinator all the time, but I was. It took me, I would say I was halfway through nursing school when I had time management intact.
Really?
Because it wasn't about work. It was more, I don't know, I just lingered around and
It's like, I'll just do that later.
yeah, I'll just do it later, or I'll just study later, because I would study the week of an exam.
Oh no, I
Yeah.
can't do that.
I know.
It's gotta be at least 2 weeks before.
Like, I started studying a week before exams when I went into adult health. Adult health is med-surg. So when we did a med-surg 1, 2, and 3, which was like after my fourth semester, after half of nursing school, that's when I started studying like a week before, because med-surg was,
what?
it was no joke for me. So that's when I started studying like a week before an exam. But usually I would study the week of exams, or
You can do like 2 weeks earlier? I do 2 weeks earlier.
and that's good. That's what I would advise people to do. I would advise people to do that. And the thing is, like, I study along the way, if that makes sense. So let's say after class, I refresh on what I went through in class. So that's also a kind of study method.
That's good. That's
So
good.
the fact that I refreshed after class, it's like, oh, I really understood what the material was talked about in class that day, because I refreshed on it, So I guess that's why I really didn't study that much in advance, because after classes were done, I would just take that time to just go through what was talked about in class. Definitely study in advance for your classes, because that will get you A's.
2 weeks in advance.
Yes, that will get you A's, okay?
That's all you want in nursing school, but it's okay if you don't get an A.
It's okay.
B's got degrees, okay?
Listen.
What is some advice you would give those who are thinking about starting the nursing program? Number one advice is to make sure you have support. Like, make sure you have self-support, like you're self-motivated, and also you have support from others as well, because nursing school is no joke, and you cannot go to nursing school to learn. Like, no matter what you think, you cannot go through to learn. Like, you're always going to need someone's help or support throughout the way. Like, and it's always important to have a little bit of extra motivation as well. Also, time management. Make sure you're on top of that. Like, make sure you have a calendar or a planner, however you do it, Make sure you write your notes. Make sure you ask questions. What else?
Girl, you're hitting the spots.
It's a very rewarding career. So honestly, I think nursing is the best career. If you're an engineer or a marketing person, you're watching this. I'm sorry, but nursing is the best career ever. So. Period. Like it's so rewarding. Like just. I can't even put words to it, but it's just so great. Don't give up. Like if you have a C and you're like your borderline, do not give up. If you believe in God, that blessing is coming. He's gonna make that C, he's gonna turn it to an A. Trust me, it can happen. Like just do not give up. Put your all into it. Use all your resources. Make sure you go to tutoring. You go to teachers during office hours. You talk to them. Like show them your drive to want to get this degree. Like show them, and they will help you.
That's true.
Yeah, like you gotta have a drive in nursing school. Like you have to have drive. What else? You talk now.
I would say the same. Time management is key. The way I manage my time effectively was with a planner. I would say a planner was my best friend. Okay. Every day I would time when I'm gonna study, my break times, which days I'm gonna study for which topic, what are my off days, even social activities. Put it in your planner. My planner was my best friend throughout nursing school.
It becomes your life.
It
That's
really
your
does.
lifeline. Like you don't do anything without looking at your planner first.
Right. Yeah, if you plan on doing something, I'll get back to you. Nursing school becomes a priority once you're in it.
You have to be very strict with yourself. Like you can't let yourself slack. You can't be like, I'll study in an hour. Then an hour comes, I'll study the next hour. Like you have to be strict, especially with your planner. If you organize it that way for a reason, like it's because you don't want to fall behind. So make sure you stick to your plan, stick to your times. Make sure you set some free time to hang out with your friends or to do things outside of school, because school can be draining sometimes. Everyone needs a little pick-me-up,
Right.
So go to the movies,
Have
do
a
mukbang.
balance.
It has to be balanced. It has to be balanced.
Definitely try to plan some stuff on the side to get away from that stressful studying time. Support system is good, like she said. My family and friends were my support system. My friends from nursing school, even those who weren't in nursing school yet, they were my support system. Yes, exactly. I have a lot of personal experiences as to why to never give up. Okay, like I went through nursing school without no breaks because I had failed a course, and I just feel like that made me become a better well, I'm not a nurse yet, but
claim it.
Yes, I am gonna claim it. That made me become a better nurse, and I just feel like don't let a failure stop your dream. If you really want to become a nurse, if you really want that license, you really want to care for people, that's your passion, that's what you love to do, then fight for it. Despite of a C, despite of failing a course,
don't let anything
stop you. Say, okay, this is just gonna make me better. I'm just gonna push through this. I'm gonna make it through. And crying is okay, because there are some exams, after some exams, that you may cry, or after failing a course, you may cry, but it's just the idea of picking yourself back up and motivating yourself that, hey, it's okay, I'm gonna keep moving. Yeah. And your professors will see it, your friends will see it, people will be inspired by it, and you will see it too in the long run. Once you get that diploma, once you get that license, you'll be like, wow, this was worth it, all this hard work was worth it. So yeah.
And you have to remember that everyone's on their own timeline. You may start with your cohort, and you want to finish with them, but God might have other plans for you. Like He might take you through an experience that He wants you to go through to get closer with Him, and then you fall behind one semester. But everyone finishes on their own time. Everyone's running their own race, so don't compare yourself to anybody else. Trust me.
Facts. So just stay motivated.
Stay strong.
Yes, push
Stay
through.
studious.
And you got this. Go into each semester, each class, whether you have to tell yourself it every day, say, I got this, I can do it, I'm gonna be a great nurse. You know, you just have to give yourself that.
I'm gonna change the world.
Yes, that positive energy. If nobody around you is giving you that positive energy, you be that positive energy and find other people to share that with, you know? Ooh, well, we didn't really finish our food, but
It's okay, we're gonna
But thank you so much, Xe'na, for being on my YouTube channel. Yeah. So guys, please comment down below what kind of videos you want to see. And
question and answer, pranks.
Yeah. She's no good. Yeah, and if you have any questions for us that you would want us to answer, if you want a part 2 of this, also what kind of videos you guys would like to see, and if you are in nursing school, what semester are you in, and if you're not, you've graduated, congratulations, you know, onto a new journey. Yeah, but thank you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe down below. Bye.
Bye.